Like a beacon in the night. Like a beacon in the night. I'm pretty sure that's how the song goes. Congratulations, Critical Role. You've broken the internet yet again and opened up yet another shitstorm of controversy. What part of Take a Break did you not understand? That said, I actually think this might be a good thing for everybody involved, including the people that hates Critical Role. What am I talking about at 12:13 in the afternoon? Critical Role just announced a paid membership / their kind of own streaming service. What does this mean for the Amazon deal? What does this mean for Twitch? And what does this mean for YouTube? What does this mean for the future of Critical Role? And you're going to hear a lot of things that people are going to go, oh, God, But as much as I like to poop on them, I also think this is pretty much solidifying a lot of theories that we've had floating around over the past year in regards to the future of the product, in regards to the future of the individuals who are working on the show, and regards to their relationship with Wizards of the Coast by starting their own paid membership program called Beacon, which they'll probably have to change, but whatever. Okay, and they're getting a lot of shit on, oh, they're having a paid thing, man. I gotta pay to watch Critical Role now. Well, no, because the stuff's still going to be on Twitch and YouTube just later on. It's going to be on Beacon first, then Twitch, then YouTube. So people like me won't have to pay for it. But if you do sign up for Beacon, you get a lot of extra stuff, which would go towards my guys take a break. But it's a lot of them doing a lot of smaller things. Meanwhile, they've also subtly introduced a brand new cast and a couple other things that makes me think, yes, there is a break or even an end coming in the future. Yes, they're finding ways to introduce people to the new Critical Role. And yes, this seems to be yet another sign that they are ending their relationship with Wizards of the Coast. I got the announcement because I'm on the Critical Role mailing list. Let's see what it says. Critical Role announces Beacon, Los Angeles, California, May 9th. Today, Critical Role, a leader in innovative storytelling, announced the launch of Beacon, a new membership program available on web browsers and Android, accessible on both mobile and tablet. Beacon will provide a wide range of exclusive and early access programming, live event pre-sales, because, those sales for Candle Obscura did so well. And meanwhile, the normal channels will remain accessible, but some new content will be made available only for the paid people. We're incredibly excited, blah, blah, blah. Look how popular we've got. Look how big we've gotten. Look how important we is. We have a nonprofit organization. We have our own product. We've got a show on Amazon. All right, new series, Critical Role Fireside Chat. Join us for a new weekly Ask Me Anything series where we sit down and talk about Critical Role and the previous episodes and have guests. I'm not quite sure how that's different than the ones they already have, but I guess this is a brand new one. They're also going to have Critical Role Cool Down, where you get a backstage pass into Critical Role and how we build things and how the Matt sets up and, where he gets his shirts and where the figures come from and, just all the behind the scenes stuff, and plus talking about previous episodes and future plans. Again, isn't that pretty much what you already have? We're also going to have something called Critical Role Abridged. For those of you who don't want to sit through the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, they're going to be taking a lot of the shows and cutting them down to 30, 60, 90 minute, but only if you paid for it. Thing. So if you miss campaign 1, if you miss campaign 2, if you miss campaign 3, they're going to do this. I think they're starting with campaign 3 and then working backwards. So we're going to see all the stuff that we missed in campaign 3 that, let's just, abridge and re-show the least popular of all the campaigns, because that's smart. And then stuff like that. And of course, they'll have guests. Then they're also going to have a podcast. Yay! So you can also listen to them on the radio. Then we're going to have Reslayer's Take. Reslayer's Take is a new Critical Role with a new DM and an entire new cast. None of the people we've seen before were going to be on this cast. It's going to have an entirely new DM and a whole new cast, including a whole bunch of people you've never heard of. Jasmine Bueller, Jasper Cartwright, Caroline Lux, and Jasmine Chung. It is going to premiere on May 20th. It's going to start as a podcast, but then later on be live. I don't really understand the difference anymore between podcast and video. The podcast used to be you only heard audio, there was no video. But now there's so many podcasts that are basically just me talking for an hour on YouTube. How is that different? I guess, I don't know. Plus, you'll have early access to sales for all the upcoming programs and shows, including a live Critical Role Bell's Hells to be held at June 15th at the Greek Theater. Well, actually, they might fill the Greek Theater. But I don't know. Not the way the fans are going now, but you can pre-order that through the thing. Maybe that's when they're going to end it. Would it be nice if they ended Bell's Hells Campaign 3 at the Greek Theater live? Plus, of course, you get a discount on all Critical Role product through the store. And, of course, you have a private Discord service where all the members can get on and talk shit about Laura. So that's gone live today, and it has already crashed the interweb because, of course, it has. Here's the site. Here's everything you need to know about it. They'll still be on YouTube. They'll still be on Twitter, Twitch, whatever. It'll be on here first, then Twitch, then YouTube. So it'll be maybe, whatever. Are they still going to do the same stupid Candle Obscura, Myths, and other shows they're doing now? Hopefully not. So we're going to see a lot of new shows with bits and pieces of the cast, but not all the cast entirely together. A lot more just sit down and talk about it. A chance to revisit the previous shows without, really knowing what's going on. I think it's a mistake to start with Campaign 3. I think you should have started with Campaign 1 abridged, but I guess they figure you're already seeing Campaign 1 on the TV show. Why should we tell you what's going on with Campaign 1? And you're going to see Campaign 2 on the TV show pretty soon. So let's start with Campaign 3, and maybe we can convince people it's actually good. I think I'm the only person who actually thinks Campaign 1 is good because it's the only one that actually feels like a real D&D game. But that's just me. But more money, more control. More, hey, Wizards of the Coast, this means we don't have to use you as our source of income, Wizards of the Coast. We don't have to use you for our source of advertisement revenue. We don't have to use you for anything to support us because now our fans will support us. 100% the income for Critical Role will come from this membership, from the YouTube membership, from the discounts, from the tickets. So right there, pretty much, I think they're again saying we're done. Now, there's no mention of their relationship with Amazon, so we're still going to see Mighty Nine and Vox Machina on Amazon. Those have already been both cemented into the Amazon schedule for at least the next 3 years. We have at least 1 to 2 more seasons of Vox Machina. They've already agreed to at least 2 seasons of Mighty Nine. Plus the live action something another in the future. So that money is set. This gives them even more control over the IP. This also gives them complete control over who they, will let sponsor them. The money's coming from the fans. The money's coming from the membership. We don't need Wizards of the Coast. Also, a brand new cast doing a brand new Critical Role that we have nothing to do with. Instead of shitting on Laura every week, you can shit on Jasmine now. We're going to have nothing to do with it. New DM, whatever. Hey, we're passing the torch. And if you guys like it, we're going to let these new young kids run with it while we pull away. Instead of us all meeting every week to do this one big thing, we're going to get together to do lots of little things. Maybe here's Ashley and Laura doing their little thing. Maybe here's Travis and Liam doing their little thing. We get to see 2 or 3 of them. The rest of them can rest. The rest of them can take a break. The rest of them can do other stuff. But we really only have to get together to finish off Campaign 3, and then we can take a break before Campaign 4 starts. We can let this other cast run with it for a year. We can do these little catch-up things and these little podcasts, but basically we can take a year, if not longer, off before we start campaign 4. And when we do start campaign 4, enough time will have passed that Daggerheart's probably on the market, and we can finally 100% say we're done with Wizards. Campaign 4 will most likely be Daggerheart. Now, that part probably I'm speculating, but it certainly feels like that. I could definitely say this feels like a way for them to slowly start removing themselves from Critical Role to give more control to the fans so they're less dependent upon other outsourcers for funds. Of course, giving the control to the fans will end up probably being a bad thing. The introduction of a new cast, a reintroduction to the older stuff without it being daunting, so new people coming in can watch it. Even people like me, I can go, you know what, fine. For 60 minutes, I can watch Campaign 3. Right? They're exploring new medium. They're exploring new ways to get money. They're splitting the main group into smaller groups, allowing for opportunities for other individuals to withdraw from the limelight, like Ashley and Laura, to take time to do other things and not always have to be involved in every production. And they're building up, especially with this thing at the Greek Theater. Wouldn't it be awesome if that was the end? They're building up, so say we can take a break because we've got all this in place. We don't need to worry about Campaign 4 for a while. We can focus on Daggerheart behind the scenes, and we can let all these other little shows run the engine. And plus, we don't piss anybody off by ending Twitch or YouTube, as opposed to Dimension 20, who apparently has pretty much just cut off their relationship with Twitch and YouTube to focus solely on their channel. Now, obviously, people, of course, are angry at them, and they've crashed the universe, and they've crashed the internet, and how dare they start charging people and something. But let's face it, no matter what Critical Role does, there's going to be people who are upset. I think this is a good thing. I think this is a smart idea. I think this is a chance for them to slowly start building the infrastructure to remove themselves bit by bit. I think this is a chance for them to introduce new cast, new ways to tell the adventure. I think this is a chance for them to end their association with Wizards and 5e and start a brand new life under whatever. And most importantly, allows them to take a break. There you go. There's the news. What do you think about this? I assume people are signing up for it already because they've crashed the internet. I assume most of the people who listen to me aren't going to sign up for it because they're not Critical Role fans. But I do think there is some possible good in the long term, at least for them. So there you go. You know who I am. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, buy my merch, get off my land.